What the hot dogs?
Come back, everybody.
That was so silly. What was copyrighted?
I don't know.
My moves, your
I was
moves.
about to say that.
This is the lamest thing. Did you want this for light? No. Does it turn off? You ding the bell.
My friend just texted me, let's do this. Sorry, everyone. We got removed for copyright infringement. I'm not sure which one of our dance moves did that, but we'll make sure it won't happen again. But it's time to get started. So let's come to a comfortable seat. If you have a block or like a stack of books or a stack of pillows, you can sit on that in hero's pose. And if hero's pose is not comfortable for you, you can sit cross-legged or sit like on your couch on the edge of your bed or something. And then put your hands on your lap and close your eyes. And take a moment to just settle into this shape and into the space that you're in. And as you close the curtain of your eyelids to the outside world, you can open up the curtain in the back of your eyelids, or back of your eyeballs rather, to your inside world. There's so much going on in there that we can explore. And you can keep your eyes closed for a few moments and just start to move your shoulders around in some big circles. And just let your breath be free and natural. And then move your shoulders in opposite directions in those circles. So we're going to take a few minutes at the beginning of class to do some pranayama and some movements with the arms to really warm up around the shoulders and neck and help to release some of that tension and heat from that area. And you can come to stillness, and we're going to find the same movements, but first put your hands on top of your shoulders. So now your elbows are the widest points. And then start to make big circles with your elbows in one direction and really feel the range of motion in your shoulder joint. And then switch that direction. And then come back to stillness, and now we'll do it with the whole arm. So I have my friend and roomie Sarah next to me. I'm going to make sure I don't hit her, but you might be by yourself and you have nothing to worry about. Big circles with your arms in one direction. And then switch that direction. So you start to open up through your armpits, the windows of your lungs, and open up through your collarbones, the windows of your heart, to become more spacious all across your chest, inside your lungs. Okay. And then start to swim your arms like one stroke at a time. Right arm forward, left arm forward. And let yourself, your torso, start to twist too. You're just warming it up. And then swim both hands onto your thighs. You can keep your palms flat on your thighs with your arms straight, or slide your hands down so you hook or really fit your palms around your knees with your arms straight. Or you can slide your hands back and put your palms around your heels. So whichever of those feels like the best fit for you. And then we'll start to pump our breath and rock through our pelvis. So we'll start off slow together. On your inhale, tip forward toward your pubic bone and open up your chest like you're finding a cow pose. And then on your exhale, tuck your tail, tuck your chin, round like cat. And then inhale, tip forward and open it up. And then exhale, rock back, round. And then keep that going in and forward. And then out and back. You can start to play with the speed. So you start to go in and out, back and forth, back and forth. And you can imagine that you are sitting, or the block that you're sitting on, the pillow you're sitting on is like you striking a match against a matchbook. And each time you strike forward and back, you're creating a little spark and starting a little fire. And every spark adds up to that fire to create a nice fireplace full of flames. So warm your whole house, in, out, keep it going. You might even feel that this is starting to agitate you. That's okay, because without agitation, we can't have the transformation. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath, arms all the way up. Hook your thumbs overhead. Take an extra sniff through your nose, an extra sip through your mouth. Hold the breath in and up. Hug your pelvic floor in and up like you're closing off the bottom of your container. And then let it go. Let your hands relax onto your lap and take a few breaths to let it settle. The breath work, the practice is like shaking up a snow globe. All that glitter goes everywhere. And then the real work is to take the time to let it settle and to watch the magic as it falls back down. And we'll find another round. Take your hands out in front of you. You can open your eyes to see. You're going to take your thumbs to touch your pinky finger pads of your palm and wrap all of your fingers around your thumbs. And then your fists right out in front of you, like you were going to fist bump yourself, and your elbows as wide as or high as your armpits. And then this time, the inhale, you round. And then as you exhale, pull your elbows wide and open up your chest. And then inhale, round, and exhale, wide. And we go again, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And you can really think that every time you exhale, you're really opening up your front to get rid of everything that you don't need. And you can imagine too, that every time you exhale, it's like you're ripping off that shirt to expose your superhero outfit, your true nature. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open it up, elbows up. Take a full breath in, elbows wide. Hold it in, take an extra sniff, extra sip, bottle it up. And then let it go, hands to your lap, open your palms. Let it settle. And then blink your eyes open. Sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. And then wrap your right arm under your left arm like eagle. And if you can, grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. If that's not available to you, hold on to opposite shoulders like you're giving yourself a hug. And then lift your elbows up so they become the highest point. You're in a back bend from your tailbone sticking out behind you to your elbows reaching up. And take another big breath in, all the way to the front of your lungs, the front of your armpits, the front of your throat. Full breath out. And then inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. And then take your right hand down to the right, reach your left arm up and over your ear. And then drop down into your left sit bone, like you had an anchor in your left sit bone. You can look up to your elbow crease or your palm up there. And breathe wide across your collarbones. And then lift yourself all the way up, both arms to the sky. And then wrap your left arm under your right arm, eagle it up, or give yourself that hug. And then lift your elbows up. You really feel that your elbows are like handles pulling you up, lifting you up. Breathe all the way up the front, all the way out. And then inhale, sweep your arms back up to the sky. And then place your left hand down, reach your right arm up and over. And then drop down into your right sit bone. Lengthen the whole right side. Look at your elbow crease or your palm. And then come back up. We're going to do that a little quicker with your breath. Arms up to the sky. Exhale your right arm under your left arm. Lift it up. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. And right away, right hand to the ground, left arm up and over your ear. Again, take a full breath in. Full breath out. Good, rise up, both arms to the sky. Exhale, left arm under your right. Inhale, reach it up. And stay for your exhale, stay big. And then left hand to the ground, sweep your right arm up and over. Full exhale. And then rise up one more time, each side. Right arm under your left, eagle it up, and then reach your elbows up. Pull with your elbows. And then right hand down, left arm up and over. Breathe into the side of your lungs, side of your ribs, side of your waist. And come back up, arms up. Left arm under your right, lift it up. Full inhale. Full exhale. Left hand down, right arm up and over your ear. Full exhale. And then rise back up, arms up. Good, little change. Wrap your right arm under your left arm. Eagle it up or grab your shoulders. And then again, you're going to lift your elbows up to be the highest point. Your left arm is on top. So you're going to turn and look to the left and hook your chin around your left deltoid. So you can see. And then lift your elbows up and then put your left thumb on the right side of your temple. Okay, and then we're going to find some breath twisting left and right. So you'll exhale to the left, exhale to the right. Out, 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 out. Keep going, spinning left and right around your central axis, and feel that you're really stimulating your thyroid gland. You're opening up your armpits, getting some ventilation, like you are opening up windows, getting out all the emotions, all of the thoughts that aren't serving you right now. Just out, 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 out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there. Take a full breath in. Hold it in and take a swallow. And then let it go. Just put your hands right on your lap. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. And we'll find that on the other side. Last piece of pranayama here. Reach your arms up. And then wrap your left arm under your right arm. Or hold on to your shoulders. Lift your elbows up. This time hook your chin around your right deltoid so it fits. And then lift your elbows up even more and put your right thumb knuckle on your left temple. And you keep the back bend. And then it's the same as before. Exhale left, exhale right. Out, 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 out. And as you spin, you can imagine it's like you're a caveman spinning a stick on a rock to create more fire. But this time, as you open up the top of your chimney, that fire, that heat, that smoke, that steam can rise up and out, helping to ventilate and air it out so it doesn't get too clogged up. Out, 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 out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, take a full breath in, hold it, and take a swallow. And then let it go. Release your hands to your lap, and then feel what you've done. Starting to change your own body chemistry, blood chemistry, brain chemistry. And then blink your eyes open. And you can come forward into tabletop. So in your tabletop, stack your shoulders right over your wrists, your hips right over your knees, and then to find a little measure, turn your fingertips to face one another and scoot your fingers together till the very, very tip of your middle finger touches. That's your shoulders distance, and then you can spin your fingers forward from there. And we'll start our cat and cow. Inhale, round, and then exhale, find your back bend. And feel free to close your eyes and really drop in. So as you're moving and as you're breathing, you can start to divide your awareness up, almost like you were cloning yourself a bajillion times and then letting all your little clones walk all through your body. So you are living in every part of your body. You feel every finger pad in the palms of your hands. You feel your collarbones and your shoulder blades, the front and back of your heart, the tops of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, all your toenails. Left hip, right hip, pubic bone, tailbone, and all the spaces in between. And you put your awareness in your body, you can become embodied, and it takes a lot of effort to be embodied, to live there. And 2 more rounds. And then come back to stillness. We'll find what my nieces like to call the disco kitty. All right, so it's similar to cat-cow, but we're just gonna get a little spherical. So inhale into your cow pose, find your back bend, and then shift your hips, or your ribs rather, over to the right. Round your back up to the sky, ribs over to the left, and then back to your back bend. And then keep that going. You can go as fast or as slow as you like. And then you can imagine that a 5-year-old is sitting on your back getting a free ride. Whee! And feel free to get your neck and head involved. Your neck is still part of your spine, your head attached to the top. So you can really get swirly with it and feel your 3-dimensionality. Whipping it up. Good, and then press pause, and then reverse. So your ribs will go to the left, and then round to the sky, to the right, and then down. And then move at whatever speed feels like you need it. So if you want to move slow, like you're churning butter, or if you want to whip it up like you're making whipped cream, you need to be a little more grounded, or you need to be a little more fluffy right now. You have choices and you have tools. Good, and then come to stillness. Woo, I'm dizzy. All right. We won't do any balancing poses yet. Root down into your left hand and reach your right arm all the way up to the sky. Take a big breath, see your thumb, and then as you exhale, thread it through and hover. And then inhale, reach it all the way back up. And then exhale, thread it through and hover. Okay, once more, reach it all the way up. Exhale, thread it through, and then lay your arm all the way down. Lengthen your neck, and then lay your right cheek down. And you can keep your left hand right here, helping to open up the left collarbone. You can put your left hand on your back or to your right hip crease to help you open up the left collarbone, or reach your arm all the way overhead. Stay on your fingertips so that you keep the bandha in your hand, the bandha in your elbow, the bandha in your armpit, if your arm is forward. And then take a few breaths here, trying to really find the twist, keeping your hips level and turning around your spine. And even here, can you find all of your toenails? So you stay grounded and stable. And then release your left hand back to the ground. You can sweep your right arm all the way back up. And then put your right hand down. The same thing, other side. Reach your left arm up to the sky. And then thread your left arm through and hover. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, thread it through and hover. Once more, reach it up. Thread it through. And then lay it all the way down. Lengthen your neck and then lay your left cheek down. So you're actually getting a little stretch on the left side of your neck. And then again, your right hand can stay right under your elbow and come to your low back, to your left hip crease, or out in front of you on your fingertips. And then fight for the spin from your pelvic floor all the way out through the crown of your head. And you spin around yourself, into yourself. One more breath. And then release your right hand back down. Reach your left arm all the way back up. And then plant your left hand next to your right hand for tabletop. All right, so from here, you're gonna tuck your toes under and hover your knees. And so we're gonna move from this tabletop back and forth into down dog, but with our knees bent. So really all we're gonna do is open and close the angle of the hips. So take an inhale here, and then exhale, reach your butt up. And then inhale, hover your knees, and exhale, reach your butt up. In, out, in, out. Feel free to take it away nice and fast again. Keep going slow. Feel your low belly snapping in and up each time you exhale. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tabletop, lower your knees. Lower your chest and chin to the mat, right past your thumb, so your booty is still in the air. And then squeeze your elbows back behind you. Widen your collarbones. And then lay all the way down onto your belly. You're gonna keep gripping with your palms, hugging your elbows back, and then pull yourself forward into cobra. And then exhale, pull yourself back down. And we'll keep that going, just waving up and down with your breath. And really feel that you could pull yourself longer each time you lift up and each time you lower down. You're finding so much space in your torso, so much space across the front of your chest. And one more breath. And then from here, you can slide your hands back so they're under your elbows, next to your ribs. Tuck your toes under and either press up to plank or press up to tabletop. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Feel free to move around in this first one and just explore every part of you. And then come to stillness. Shift yourself back into plank pose. Make sure that your shoulders are right over your wrists again, heels of your feet, right over the balls of your feet. And then lift your inner thighs up an inch or two. Lift your navel up and then reach your chest, your gaze forward. Good. Keep looking forward with your chest and your eyes, but bend your knees back to down dog. And then come forward into plank. It's just the legs like pumps. And then exhale, bend your knees down dog. And you can keep that going slow or speed it up. And however fast you're going, match your breath. In, out, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Stretch your seat up, up, up. From the backs of your knees up. And then look to your thumbs and step your right foot in between your hands. Lower your left knee to the ground. Untuck your toes. Make sure you have this 90-degree angle at your right knee. Good. Widen your hands to 10 and 2, fingertips on the ground. And you're going to start to make some circles with your right arm and elbow. So it's like you're using your knee to massage your armpits and your lymph nodes. Switch the direction. And then reach your right hand wide again, back to 2 o'clock. Tuck your left toes under, but keep your left knee down for a sec. Look forward with your heart. Widen your left sit bone to the left, your right sit bone to the right. And then as you exhale, lift your hips as high as you can. Stay high on the ball of the left foot. And then inhale, tap your left knee down, look forward and widen your sit bones. And then exhale, lift your sit bones up, 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 up as you root down through the right big toe mound. And then keep that going. Tap the left knee, widen your sit bones. Lift your sit bones up as you root down through the right big toe mound. Twice more. Bend your right knee, lower the left knee down, untuck your toes, and then rise up, asana. You grab your opposite elbows up there and then hold on, lift yourself up. And even here, can you hug your inner legs toward one another, root down through that right big toe mound, and then find your left and right sit bone moving left and right, their own corners of your frame. And then from that stability down there, lift up. Take one more breath. And release your hands to the ground. Tuck your left toes under, lift your knee. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. Okay, lower your knees, your chest and your chin to the mat. Hug your elbows back, reach your chest forward. And keeping this back bend exactly as it is, wave into cobra. Let the wave crest. Okay, and then back to down dog. Okay, take a full breath in. And a full breath out. And really feel that it's like the backs of your thighs were windows. And from the back of your thigh, you're opening it up in 2 directions. Down toward the knee and up toward the hip joint. And then look to your thumbs and lunge your left foot forward. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes, and then take your hands wide so you feel the fit of your left knee in your armpit, and then start to stir it around a little bit, stimulating the lymph. One of our teachers says it's like flushing the toilet. We don't want the toilet clogged. Not in these times. Switch the direction if you haven't already. Good. And then widen your hands. Keep them wide. Tuck your right toes under. And then first, look forward with your heart, your front of your lungs. Widen your right seat to the right, your left seat to the left, so you have integrity in your hips. Take a breath in. And then stretch those sit bones up and back. Stay high in the ball of the right foot the whole time. And then bend your left knee, tap your right knee, look forward and widen your sit bones. And then exhale, lift your hips up, up, up. Push down through the left big toe mountain. And then keep all of that working, every part of you, so you are embodied even here. It's not just the leg, it's not just the hips, every part of you. And twice more. Good, and then bend your left knee, lower your right knee, untuck your toes, and then rise up, asana. Again, grab opposite elbows. I like to grab and then switch to the non-habitual ones in front. And then find your corners from your left sit bone to your right sit bone. Pull them wide, especially that right sit bone. Give it its own corner. You're down through the left big toe mound to counter that. And then find the corners of your collarbones and shoulder blades, the corners of your elbows, and pull everything taut, left to right, up to down, diagonal. Breathe up. You are pulling the fire of the planet up and out. One more breath. And then release your hands back to the ground. Tuck your right toes, step your left foot back to meet your right foot. And on your next exhale, lower your knees, your chest, and your chin to the mat. Widen your collarbones, tap your elbows back. And then use the backs of your arms to pull that back wing through into cobra, or maybe all the way into up dog. And then exhale back to down dog. And then bend your knees and stretch your seat up away from the back of your knees as you reach your heels down away from the back of your knees. And then lengthen your neck at the very crown of your head could reach past your fingertips. Good, and then look forward and step or float your feet up to your hands. Find a ragdoll for a few moments. You can separate your feet, grab your elbows, take a sway. And then release your hands. Bring them to your shins and lengthen your spine. Take a breath in. And then exhale, fold in half. And then twice more. Inhale, lengthen. Keep your knees as bent as you need. And then exhale, fold. Once more, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then big breath, rise all the way to stand. Arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then reach your arms all the way up overhead. Grab your elbows up there, opposite elbows. And then settle your head into the frame of your arms, ears right next to your biceps, and close your eyes. And put yourself on top of a mountain. Imagine there are no walls around you right now, just open space and broad horizons. And on top of that mountain, you can draw up the fiery energy from the core of the earth, all the way up through your soles of your feet, the stems of your leg, feel it in your belly. And then exhale, send it back down into the earth, plug in. And then inhale, draw it up like magma, lava, rising up and out of a volcano. And exhale, put it back down, root. And then this time, draw it up all the way into your belly, all the way up into your heart, the fire of your heart, your head, the fire of your imagination. And then exhale, send it back down. And then once more, all the way up into your feet, your legs, your belly, your heart, your mind. And let it pop through the crown of your head. And then let it go back down. Reach your arms back up to the sky. And then exhale, fold in half. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And then plant your hands, step it back to plank pose. And from your plank pose, knees, chest, and chin. Pull yourself all the way through to cobra, all the way to up dog, and then back to down dog. Bend your knees. We'll repeat that twice more. Inhale, straighten your legs to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, pull it through cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Once more, straighten. Plank to knees, chest, chin, ashtangasana. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale, back to down dog. And full breath in. Full breath out. And then lunge your right foot forward. Good. This time, lower your left knee down again. We're going to find a different action to open up the collarbones to find those broad horizons. So your right hand can plant directly inside or outside of your right foot, so the thumb touches the outside of the foot, or you can flip it around so the pinky heel of your right hand touches the pinky heel of your right foot. And you're going to start to make circles with your right knee around your right ankle. And you can feel that your right knee is really pulling your right collarbone over to the right, over to the west. You might have to soften your shoulders, soften your chest muscles to really let that happen. Let go of some of that tension. And then come to center. Tuck your left toes under. Lift your left knee up. Stay high on the ball of your left foot. And then take this right hand and bring it inside of your right foot. So now it's touching the foot, your arm is touching your shin, your shoulder touches your knee. Keep it forward, you can flip it backwards like Sarah just did. And then put your left hand on your sacrum and look forward. Find your left and right sit bone. And then from the power in your right knee, start to turn your left collarbone open. Hug your right knee into your right shoulder. And then you can keep turning your spine, turning your neck, and reach your left arm up or keep it at your sacrum. And align, lengthen all parts of your neck. So sometimes we have a tendency to look backward or to crank our head up and back. Woo, can you find all the sides? And then release your left hand to the ground. Spin your left heel to the ground for Parsvottanasana. Take your right hand into your right hip crease and help to pull that right hip crease back as you root down through the right big toe mound. And you can put your hands on blocks if you need, or put a bend in your right knee and fold over your right leg. And then feel your roots. Anchor through the pinky side of your left foot as you wrap your left outer hip toward the front of your mat. And root down through the big toe mound of your right foot as you draw the right outer hip toward the back of your mat. You can release both hands to the ground, but keep that work. Trying to steer your hips to go where you want them to go. And then bend your right knee. Step your left foot up to meet your right foot. And inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise all the way up, arms to the sky. And then as you exhale, wrap your right arm back under your left arm into eagle. If you can, hold onto the wrist or give yourself a hug. And then lift your elbows up. Turn your neck and hook your chin over your left arm. Bring your left thumb to your right temple. Pull up with your elbows. And then sit down into chair pose. And then start to reach your elbows forward. So it's almost like you're coming a tabletop. Yeah, and then keep reaching forward through your elbows like somebody had your elbows, pulling them forward, and try to crack open right behind your heart. Like you could dip that to the ground, stick your booty up and back behind you. Yeah, and then fold all the way down. Grab your opposite ankles and let your head dangle like a bowling ball on a string. And then rewrap your arms the same way. Right arm under your left. Find your eagle arms. And then we're going to press rewind. So bend your knees and stick your butt toward the wall behind you. Reach your elbows forward. Yeah, put your chin back on your arm. And feel as though somebody was pulling your elbows forward. Keep pulling them up, 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 up to stand all the way up. Beautiful. And then big sweep of your arms down, around, and up. Yeah. Bring your hands to your heart. If that was hard, you did it right. All right, so we're going to stand on the right leg and find dancer pose. We're going to find this again in a little while, slightly different. So first time with one hand, your left hand, grab the inside of your left foot behind you. You can start with your right hand at your heart or on your right hip. And then hug your inner legs toward one another. And keep that spiral happening as you first start to kick your left foot back. And let the kick of your left leg open up the front of your left lung. It's like you have that power in your leg to give yourself more air. And when you can't kick anymore, you can start to tip at your right hip crease to keep the stability in your leg by putting a bend in your knee. And then maybe you can find more kick. Keep your hand here or reach it forward. One more breath. And nice and easy, stand up and hug your left knee into your belly. And then put your left foot down to meet your right foot. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold in half. And inhale to lengthen. Plant your hands, step your feet back to plank. And then we'll find side plank on your right hand. Roll to the pinky side of your right foot. Reach your left arm up to the sky or over your ear. And you can stay just like this. If you need a prop, you can bend your right knee to the ground. If you want to go a little further, you can put your left foot on the ground and open it up into wild thing. And then feel free to reach your arm over your head or wrap it behind your back, palm facing down. It's almost like a different relationship to gravity of your dancer pose. And then reach your arm back over to the ground and come back to down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then lunge your left foot forward. Lower your right knee down. Good. And then put your left hand outside of your foot, either facing forward, thumb to the back of your heel or to the pinky side of your heel, or flip it so the pinky heels of your hand and foot touch. And then start to make those circles with your knee. So you can really imagine that your knee is drawing a circle around your ankle, and because of that, your knee is broadening your horizon to the left, to the east. With broader horizons, you can have more vision. And vision is related to the liver, which is the organ of springtime. Having vision and having a plan. I don't know what that plan is yet, but I know I have to have one. It's much better with two people, isn't it? All right, come to stillness. Forgot what we did. Oh yeah, bring your hand inside your foot. Thank you, Sarah. That's why she's here. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Okay, keep your whole arm glued to your whole leg, knee to shoulder, and put your right hand on your sacrum. So we have the fold. We already have this contact, beautiful contact, the whole thigh to the whole torso. Then you find the back bend. Lengthen your spine forward, and then find your twist. Use your left knee like a rudder to steer you open into that twist. Right shoulder over your left. Left collarbone spreading away from your right collarbone and vice versa. Nice, Sarah. Keep fighting for it. This is not easy. One more breath. And then release your hands to the ground. Yeah, spread your hands wide. You can anchor your right heel to the ground. And then bring your left hand to your left hip crease. Pull that left hip crease back as you root down through the big toe mound. And start your fold, bending that left knee as much as you need. And then the same as in your down dog, you're really reaching, wrapping the right hip around to the front of your mat as you root through the pinky edge of the foot. And bend your left knee. Step your right foot up to meet your left foot. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise all the way up. And then this time, left arm under your right arm, or wrap it up into eagle. Okay, and then we'll find that torturous pose. Lift your elbows up. Turn your head to the right and hook your chin over your arm. And then keep pulling your elbows up to be the highest point. Ventilate, air it out, and then sit down in a chair. And then as you swing your butt up and back, reach your elbows forward and really pull your heart forward, your lungs forward. Give yourself lungs and space. You keep pulling, 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 pulling. And then fold all the way down. Wrap your arms or opposite ankles. All right, and then wrap it up. Just press rewind. So bend your knees forward. Flick your booty up and back, and then reach your elbows forward. Find that flat back and that back bend. Elbows up, booty up. And then keep leading with your elbows up, 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 until you stand all the way up. Hallelujah. Arms to the sky. And then hands to your heart. Juicy. All right, left leg. Stand on your left leg. Bend your right knee back, hold on to the foot. And then hand to your heart, left hand to your heart. Find the inner spiral of your legs. And keep working that as you kick your right leg back. Your right arm straight like metal to help you open up the lungs. And then you can start to tip. And as you tip, maybe you get more kick. Bring your pubic bone forward and get more kick. And keep your hand at your heart or reach it forward. Spinning your inner legs toward one another. And then rise all the way back up. Hug your right knee into your belly. Give it a little squeeze. And put your right foot down to meet your left foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lengthen. And then step it back to your plank pose. From your plank pose, side plank on your left. Reach your right arm up or over your ear. Stay here, drop your left knee, or slide your right foot behind you for wild thing. Reach your arm over or bring it behind your back. Palm down, open up your right collarbone. Breathe open both lungs. And then reach your right arm all the way back to the ground. Come back to your downward facing dog. And then from your down dog, lower your knees to the mat. Sit your hips back to your heels. Wrap your arms all the way around your legs and hold on to your heels. You're going to move through 2 rounds of the moon salutation, once on each side. But if it feels good, maybe we'll keep going. Here we begin as a seed full of potential. You can even scoot your eyes closer to your knees so you become more encapsulated. And take a full breath in, a full breath out. And then on your inhale, roll up your spine, sweep your arms all the way up, look up at your thumbs into a back bend. And then as you exhale, bow forward like you're bringing sky to earth. And on your inhale, wave it through, knees, chest, chin, all the way to cobra, all the way to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take a full breath in here and out, holding your ground, growing roots. And then lunge your right foot forward. Lower your left knee down. And then open up your arms wide, palms up, pull your collarbones wide. And then plant your hands, step your left foot up, meet your right foot. And right away, rise to stand, scoop it up like you're gathering the summer harvest. And then bring it in, fold in half. Inhale to lengthen. And then plant your hands, step your right foot back. Lower your knee, open up your arms, palms up, collarbones reaching. And then plant your hands, step it back to down dog. Okay, from your down dog, look at your thumbs. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra to upward facing. And then lower your knees back to child's pose. So you become the seed again. Take a full inhale. Full exhale. And then again, roll it up, arms to the sky. Exhale, bow it forward. Okay. Inhale, knees, chest, chin, all the way forward, cobra to upward facing like a wave, watering your seed. Exhale, downward facing. Full inhale, hold your ground, left to right, foot, hand. And then lunge your left foot forward. Lower your right knee down, open it up wide like a flower blossoming in spring. And then exhale, plant your hands, step it forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, scoop it up. And then exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen. Plant your hands, left foot back, lower your knee. Open it up wide. Exhale, plant your hands, downward facing. And from your down dog, knees, chest, chin, all the way to upward facing or cobra. And then we'll meet in child's pose. Wrap your arms around your legs. We'll do it one more time each side. So full breath in, the stillness of winter, the emptiness. Full breath out. And then inhale, roll up, start to grow. From your seed, start to sprout, arms up. And then exhale, bow. Inhale, wave it through into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing. Right away, right foot forward. Left knee down, open it up. Plant your hands, step your left foot up to meet your right foot. Scoop it up, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back. Lower your knee, open it up. Plant your hands, downward facing. Get from your down dog, knees, chest, chin, or straight to up dog. And then back to child's pose. Full inhale. Full exhale. And last time, start to grow, arms to the sky. Exhale, bring it to earth. Inhale, water it into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot forward. Right knee down, open up. Exhale, plant your hands, step forward. Inhale, scoop it up all the way to the sky. Exhale, bring it in all the way to the ground. Bend your left foot back, knee down, open up. Plant your hands downward facing. Get into knees, chest, chin, or upward facing. Knees down, child's pose, wrapping around. Let's stay in your child's pose, take a few breaths. And just like all that breath work at the beginning, we put forth the effort, we shake up the snow globe, and then we take some time to let it settle, to receive the grace, to have stillness. Right, as you're ready, come back to downward facing. And then from here, we'll lunge the right foot forward again. Okay, this time, spin your left heel down. So now you're holding more ground with your left foot. And we'll find that same pose, you just have more foot on the ground back there. So your right hand inside your foot. Feel free to flip your palm backwards again. Bring your left hand onto your sacrum and look forward. Widen your left sit bone over to the left. Your right sit bone over to the right. Your tailbone up to the sky. And then from there, start to turn. Turning around the spit of your spine. You can keep your hand there. You can reach your left arm up over your head. Take one more breath. Keep turning in. Right knee in. And then release your hands to the ground. And you're going to walk your hands all the way to the long edge of your mat and keep your feet wide. So we're going to twist to the opposite direction. So you're going to put your left hand on the ground, either palm or fingertips, right under your face. So your spine is still long, your crown of your head reaching away. Bring your right hand to your sacrum. Put a little bend in your knees so you can really root down through your feet. Big toe mound to outer heel, pinky toe mound to inner heel. Grow your spine forward and then turn around that spit in the opposite direction. And again, you can keep your hands on your hips. Bring it to your left hip crease and help that hip crease back up as you open the right or reach your arm up to the sky. And let go of your twist. Walk your hands back to the top of your mat. And then walk your hands forward and lift your left leg up. Keep your right knee bent. The more you bend your right knee, can you get your collarbones to see more forward? Your armpits to see more forward by spiraling your arms. And then maybe you take one or both hands to the back of your ankle and keep pulling your heart forward with straight arms. Reach up through the left inner thigh. And then from here, like it does, all the way up. Woo. Yeah. All right, we're going to stand in the left foot. Find dancer pose round 2. So you can repeat what we did before with your right hand holding your right foot. Or hold on to the outside of your foot with your right hand and then reach back and grab the inside of your foot with your left hand. You can interlock your fingers back there. And then same thing, you start that kick. And use the kick to pop open your lungs. Your lungs are our teacher, our organ of transition. Always in transition between full and empty. Inhale and exhale. Let them open and be pliant. Let them teach us. And one more breath. Breathe full into the lungs. And again, nice and easy. Hug your right knee back into your belly. Give it a squeeze. And then put your right foot down. Inhale your arms to the sky. And then interlock your fingers and flip your palms up. And you're going to keep your fingers interlocked. Reach yourself forward all the way down to the ground. And then like you were doing a jump rope, sweep your legs through. One at a time. Yep. Yeah. And then the other one. It's hard, but you just try. Nice. All right. And then grab opposite elbows behind your legs and fold. We have to get creative. There's so much content. And release your hands to the ground. Step back to plank pose. And if you like, knees, chest, chin into your back bend or right back to down dog. And then lunge your left foot forward. Spin your right heel to the ground. Find that measure of your 90-degree angle at the left knee. The measure is going to help you find all of the steering power to help you orient yourself straight forward to your north. And then plant your hand, flip it, or keep it straight forward, and then use your left knee in your left arm as you turn your left shoulder under, your right shoulder over. You can feel like there's several spits running through you. Through your right hip and left hip, from left to right. Through your right collarbone and left collarbone up to down. And then through your pelvic floor and the crown of your head forward to back. And then your lungs give it the volume. Breathe three-dimensionally. And release your right hand to the ground. Walk your hands all the way to that long edge. And then this time we'll put the right hand under our face, fingertips or palm. Put a little bend in your left knee so that you have your feet and you feel them grounded. Big toe mound to pinky edge, pinky toe mound to inner heel. And then grow your spine forward, straight out the crown of your head, and start to turn and stack left on right. Left collarbone on right collarbone, left shoulder blade on right shoulder blade. And then that left hand can stay at your sacrum, keeping yourself honest and level. You can use it at your right hip crease to help coax that right hip to its own corner. And as you do that, open the left collarbone or extend your left arm up. Then you really reach through both collarbones, both shoulder blades. Good, and then let that go. Walk your hands back to the top of the mat. And step your right foot up to meet your left foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, all the weight in your right foot for Natrajasana. Last one. Hold on to the outer ankle or foot with your left hand. If you're going to go for both hands, reach your right arm behind you and maybe wrap it around the left or find an interlock back there. And then use your arms straight like metal to help you open up the lungs. Kick the foot back. Kick the foot back and let the lungs pop open forward. And can you fill them up with smooth, big breaths, both in and out. Keep kicking and opening. And one more breath. And then nice and easy, hug that knee into your belly. And put your left foot down. All right, last time, reach your arms up. Interlace your fingers and flip your palms to the sky. It looks like this, but to the sky. And then fold yourself forward all the way down. And you're going to step over them again. Maybe try stepping over the opposite foot.
No.
And remember to use your hands to help you. Yeah. Nice. All right, now this time you can hold on to your elbows back there again, or bring your right hand to the front of your left shin, your left hand to the front of your right shin. So you crisscross around your legs and fold. And one more breath. And then release your hands to the ground. Come back to plank pose. Back to down dog. Perfect. And from your down dog, we're going to sit back onto our shins. Tuck your toes under and sit on your feet. And if this feels really meh, you can put a block between your sit bones and your heels to relieve some of the pressure, or pillows. Okay, I'm going to face you, and I'm going to put my back to you, Sarah's going to have her front to you. You're going to interlock your fingers, reach them back up to the sky. And we're going to find some flossing through the shoulders. So you're going to reach your whole situation over to the right, and then bend your elbows, sweep it behind your neck, and then over to the left. And then do that a few times. Good, and then switch. Okay, and then come back to center, both palms interlace, reaching up, and then start to make circles on the ceiling with your palms. Let your whole ribs stir around. And then switch that direction. Good. And then reach your arms back up. And then plant them on the ground. Sarah's going to demonstrate what she likes to do after this, which is untucking the toes and slapping it out. Or you can untuck your toes and lift your knees up so you're on your toenails. Either one. Yeah. Flush out those ankle joints. Especially if you've been sitting in weird positions on your couch. Speaking from experience. All right, grab your block, sit on it one more time, or your chair, or your couch, or your bed, or all the pillows. Right. And then close your eyes. Bring your left hand to your left hip crease, and your right hand to the right side of your chest. So we're going to find a few rounds of some cooling pranayama practices to cool it down, to become lunar, to prepare for nighttime, for sleepy time. So first you can become aware of what happens to your hands when you inhale. Spreading your left hip to its own corner, your right collarbone to its own corner. And then let them come back closer together as you exhale, just by virtue of your breathing. You can feel that expansion and contraction. And we'll add a sound to the breath. So each time you exhale, you're going to hiss it out through your mouth. And then inhale through your nose and open it back up. We'll do that 3 more times on this side. And as you breathe here twice more, you can acknowledge the right side of your chest, your liver, your right arm, your right hand, your doer. This is your hand that reaches out into the world, that builds your skills, expresses your creativity. Once more. And then your left hip is your maternal root. How you take care and nurture and are stable. Your stability. And release your hands to your lap. And then switch. Right hand to your right hip crease, left hand to your left chest. And take a few moments to orient yourself to that rise and fall. From your left side, your heart, your left lung, left arm, yourself, to your right hip, your paternal root, the action-oriented, risk-taking, step out into the world, root. So you mediate those two. Take a full breath in, and then hiss it out. Or more. And as you mediate the right hip with the left side of your torso, your arm, you can ask yourself, how does it feel when I step out into the world and take risks? Or are what I'm doing, is what I'm doing, in line with my heart? Last one. And release your hands back to your lap when you're done and let the breath come. In this last little bit, you can make your eyes open to see. You're going to take your hands and stick them under your armpits like you're in the movie Superstar. You don't have to snip them. And then really get them in there and then bend your elbows down so that your hands are pretty stuck and you don't really have to hold anything up. And then you'll drop your chin slightly just so like your nose is aiming to where your ceiling meets your floor. And close your eyes. So we'll count the breath here. It'll be an inhale for a count of 4, an exhale for a count of 4, and then you hold for a count of 8. This is the breath for self-soothing. It feels to me like I'm giving myself a hug. Take a normal breath in, a normal breath out. And then inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be empty for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 4. Empty for 8. And inhale for 4 and keep it going. In for 4, out for 4, hold for 8. And as you're holding empty, you can really feel what's happening inside of you. The heartbeat, the sounds of your senses, the feelings of your senses. And each time you breathe in and out, you can really feel that flexibility in your lungs, that ability to transition in your lungs. Reawaken to the life inside of you as you stay empty. So much happening inside of you, just like all of the springtime happening outside of us. Find one more round. And then first, just release the counting of your breath and let it be normal. And then release your hands to your lap and see what happens. And from here, I'd like offer you to lay down into Shavasana or slide over to a wall or put your legs up a wall. And as you settle yourself in, let yourself be so comfortable that you don't have to put forth any more effort. All of that fiery effort can be still. You can receive that watery grace. And imagine your body spreading like a puddle. And take a deep breath into your nose and out through your mouth. And then deep breath in. And let go of conscious control of your breath, of your body. Let yourself be free to roam within the confines of your skin. I invite you to stay here for as long as you'd like and then go to bed. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the live stream. It was a pleasure practicing with you this evening. Namaste.